the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Washington Wizards as they'll be playing against the New York Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've never heard that before.
You're acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Washington Wizards. At small forward, Jeff Green. At the other forward position, Markieff Morris. At center, Dwight Howard. At shooting guard, Bradley Beal. At the other guard position, John Wall. The head coach of the visiting team is Scott Brooks. Let's meet your New York Knicks starting lineup. At power forward, at 6'9", number 32, Noah Vonleh. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 42, Lance Thomas. At the point guard position, at 6'6", number 11, Frank Ntilikina. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 5, Courtney Lee. At the center position, standing 6'11", number 00, Enes Kanter. The head coach for your team. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks.
.2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
Now, these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper, and we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Washington, all at point with Beal to his side, they're the deadly backcourt pair. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. And it's Green in at the small forward. Howard kicks to Wall. Clock at 6. Unloads. It's rebounded by New York. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. And that one, it didn't happen.
And sometimes your poor shooting from the perimeter can dictate, it should dictate, that you go to the inside. Tonight they didn't do it.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Up pass to Wall. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Thomas kicks to Ntilikina. Beal with the steal. Now here's Wall. T right on him. From down in the low post, it goes. Wall's got 5 now.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
No good from Lee.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And they pick up 2. Beal's got his first bucket of the night.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Ntilikina passes to Lee. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
Wall's shot is off. Knicks trail by 5. Now, here's Thomas. High, arcing shot, and the layup is good.
This is what Thomas can give you night in and night out. Just good, solid, balanced play.
Wall finds Beal. Poked loose. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Wall. And again, Washington no good. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for New York. They trail by 3. Here's Lee. Count that bucket. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
Courtney Lee, as a 2-guard, can get physical, and I love that he didn't back down on that possession.
Wall dishes to Beal. The pass to Green. Back to Beal. Over Lee. And there's Beal. That's good on the assist by Green.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now, here's Thomas. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Beal against Lee. Beal drives in, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA, where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
Free throw good, Beal. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Now here's Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Howard. Morris kicks to Green. 5 on the clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Howard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Knicks trail by 6, and on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Scott Brooks did have a few minutes before the game tonight. He said in the first meeting between these teams, his guys weren't as sharp as they needed to be offensively. He thinks that cost him the game. He told me, if we take care of the basketball and execute in the half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a good position to win tonight. Well, we'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. So the priority is on solid, fundamental basketball, finding good shots.
And we know they have the tendency to shoot the lights out when things are clicking for them. We'll see if this is one of those nights.
Well, if it is one of those nights, I'd look out. There is not much an opposing defense can do when they get multiple players hot at the same time.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Ntilikina. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Thomas. Back to Lee. Lock at 6. And Vonleh has it in the corner. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Pass to Morris. Green taking his time here. Makes it off the glass. Green's got his first points of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lee passes to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Beal. Lee outside. A 3 ball. And the rebound goes to Howard.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now here's Wall. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Tries it from the top of the key. No good there. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Lee, and there's the pass to Ntilikina. Cantor kicks to Thomas. Pass to Ntilikina. New York needs to get off a shot. New York, no good that time either.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor.
Outside, Beal. Down low, stolen by Cantor. Here's Lee, and that one goes long.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside, Beal. Right side, Wall. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Knicks. 8-point game. Lee with the ball. Last time out, he had 14 points. Cantor, the pass to Ntilikina. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Wizards have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks.
A tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which of course the New York fans are going to react to, and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now here's Lee. He's got 6. Here's Ntilikina. Cantor, high post. Clock at 4. Puts up a 3. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. The 4th spot held by Dwight Howard.
it would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And Frank Ntilikina, you know, Brent, he has shown tremendous promise, but also has all the usual growing pains of a young player.
Well, entered the league at just 19 years of age, and a lot of questions about the level of competition in France before it is that Frank made his way over to the Big Apple. But he's a very versatile defender and showed some great flashes last year of lateral quickness, good length, and, of course, great instinct on that end of the floor.
Hardaway kicks to Burke. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Washington leading now by 8. To the paint. Back to Satoransky. Pass to Rivers. The 3. Burke grabs the miss. The Knicks shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. Pass to Hardaway. And the Knicks miss again. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the pass to Satoransky. And now it's a double-digit lead. Satoransky's got his first 2 points of the night.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And now, here's Hezonja. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
Hardaway against Rivers. With the teardrop, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. New York with the foul.
Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in 2010. Things didn't work out in New Orleans and found a home in L.A. with the Clippers, playing for his father, and now a member of the Washington Wizards as somebody who can come in and give him some backup scoring potential.
First free throw is good. Well, Brent, Austin Rivers, the first ever NBA player coached by his father. Have you ever sensed any tension with that relationship?
I don't think I sensed any tension, but I'm sure it was awkward for the time that Austin was in L.A. with the Clippers for some of the teammates around, and then Austin signing a lengthy extension. It made a lot of people raise an eyebrow, but his game has developed. He's gotten better as a pro. And now he's going to have an impact for this Washington Wizards team this season where they're going to need some help, and that's scoring punch off the bench.
Now here's Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here's Vonleh, just 5 on the clock. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He's had some trouble finishing in traffic since he first entered the league, but Vonleh looked confident on that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses.
A much improved free throw shooter from when he first came into the league. Vonleh is that big you'd prefer not to send to the line.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Wizards have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Free throw good, Satoransky.
You know, Kelly Oubre is an X factor for the Wizards. Last season, stepping into the six-man role, still very young. He could help take them to the next level.
Great open look there.
And he's not going to miss that short of an opportunity from deep.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They have a 9-point lead. He kicks to Babbitt. Over Vonleh. Second chance shot. And it's Oubre laying it in. Oubre's got his first points of the night.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Burke finds Cantor. Hardaway against Rivers. Hardaway, no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Rivers in the corner. Oubre dishes to Babbitt. Now Satoransky. Pass to Oubre. The 17-footer.
You won't see a lot of blocks out of Cantor, but there he uses his bulk and length to affect the shooter's rhythm.
And so it's Washington holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back to the action after this word. Enes Kanter traded to the Knicks in 2017. Said he was thrilled to go and play in New York.
Man, it's just like dream come true. I'm going to New York. Cause like for every player, man, you just want to come to New York. It's a big city, a lot of people, crazy fans. And I mean, of course, the most famous arena in the world. And I was definitely so happy.
That's a great place to play, the Mecca.
And they're hungry for a winner. I think Cantor's willingness to mix it up and challenge opposing teams has endeared him to the fans.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Wizards team out there.
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all five guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Mahinmi is out there with Luke Babbitt. And it's Rivers. Then there's Oubre. And it's Satoransky in at the point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. He's off on the second. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
Now here's Hardaway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Burke kicks to Vonleh. Here's Cantor. Rebound, Washington. Mahinmi's got his sixth rebound on the night. Now here's Oubre. Hazonia defending. Oubre passes to Rivers. Here's Babbitt with the three. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Knicks trail by 16. And now, here's Hazonia. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee. And Vonleh has it in the corner. New York moving the ball around. Here's Burke. Connects, the jumper drops. Burke's got his first 2 points of the night. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Satoransky, the pass to Oubre. Back to Satoransky. Kicks it to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Now there you have it. Shot clock winding down. And Rivers shows his mettle.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 16. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
A different look for New York. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Ron Baker comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Trey Burke.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Knicks trail by 16. Down low. And the foul on Luke Babbitt. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Baker kicks to Mudiay. Pass to Hazonia. Just 5 on the clock. And the Knicks miss again. Wizards leading by 16. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Satoransky with it. Now defended by Mudiay. Pass to Oubre. Now here's Rivers. Hazonia defending. 11 feet away. They get it back. Mahimi, the third shot of the possession, finally falls for him. Mahimi's got his first bucket in this one. Now here's Mudiay. Satoransky covering. Mudiay with the basket.
So hard to guard point guards with a change of speed. Mudiay there with a nice burst to the basket.
Rivers with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Satoransky looking around. The pass to Rivers. Wing shot on the way. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Hazonia for the Wizards. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to Brooklyn.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
That's his first personal foul.
Wizards leading by 16. It's Beal on the wing. He kicks it to Howard. Poked loose. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That's his first foul. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody.
Yeah.
I think last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, to key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
Here's Baker, following the basket by John Wall. Here's Cantor. No good off the front iron.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Wall, no luck. Knicks trail by 18. Here's Baker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out to the wing. Shoots a three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, Cantor always thought of as a scorer first. That time, an excellent job spotting his teammate and getting the ball to him.
Beal finds Green. Tipped away. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Wizards.
And their guards have been the difference makers. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wild.
Now here is Howard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
New York calls timeout. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
And stolen by Howard. Right side Wall. That one wide left.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Third, John Wall.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
Well, let's put the three-point percentage in a box for a second. It's the range that those guys have that really blows me away. I mean, just about anything inside of half court is doable for them. Those are some long-distance marksmen.
Washington on D. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Here's Baker. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Morris kicks to Wall. It's deflected.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one. Now working the angles there, geometry class in session. Nice dish for the open look.
Now here's Lee. 6 points for him. At the elbow, Moutier. To the middle. Cantor, the pass to Thomas. Now here's Moutier, covered by Wall. Shot clock at 3, and it's good off the back rim and in.
That's just a solid pick and roll play that opens up a jump shot for Emmanuel Moutier.
Wall finds Green. Howard in the post. He's against Cantor. That's good from Howard on the assist by Green.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Thomas. New York moving it around. Left side, Wall. Now the dish to Morris. Wall's shot is off.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
It's stolen by Green. Teardrop shot. Thomas with the block. Here's Baker. He's covered by Beal. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Baker's got 7 points.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now here's Beal. 7 points.
That's the way to put your vertical to good use. Dwight Howard on the jam.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Moutier kicks to Baker. Morris against Thomas. Up top, Canner passes to Baker. A 3-ball. Washington with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wall taking his time here. Shoots from the right block. Here's Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. Last season, Brent, the addition of 2-way contracts, does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Now Green, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. Green passes to Wall. Morris kicks to Beal. Green against Hardaway. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. And 11 points for Jeff Green.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Green. Green with the block. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. Howard dishes to Green. It's Beal on the wing. Howard finds Beal. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 9 points for Beal.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Here's Ntilikina. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he comes up with the deuce.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here's Wall. Burke covering. And Wall kicks to Beal. Over Hardaway. That's tipped.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Washington leading now by 22. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Burke. Over Wall. And too long on the shot.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
And so it's Washington cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Boy, we have a lot to discuss. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Welcome back to New York City with all its buses and cars, cabs, people, all the hustle and bustle. This is truly the city that never sleeps. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's getting it done is Jeff Green.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Ntilikina and Lee are in the backcourt. Lance Thomas out there with Vonleh. And it's Cantor in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Wall. Up top, Morris. Covered by Lee. New York moving it around. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Not allowing the defense to bother him. When Ntilikina is near the rim, he's really good at keeping his composure. And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
Now here's Wall.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
2.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Wall. Here's Vonleh. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the middle. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pass to Beal. From downtown. Ntilikina with the rebound. The Knicks shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now here's Howard. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
A soft touch there from Dwight, gifted at measuring those interior shots.
Here's Ntilikina, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Here's Cantor. Outside for Thomas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. And the Knicks making a change here. Hezonja's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Vonleh, the pass to Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6. Over Wall. New York, no good that time either.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
For New York, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer. Look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
The Wizards making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Cantor. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. It's good. Lee's got 8 points.
That's pretty hard to guard. You love how fast Courtney Lee gets that floater off before the defense can react to him.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Back to Wall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness.
2 shots.
Sometimes it's really about personality.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Two shots.
And that one falls for John Wall.
And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers.
Mahimi's checked in for Washington. Satoransky comes in for Bradley Beal. And so John Wall nails both of them. And talking about the Knicks last year, definitely one of the bigger teams in the NBA.
Interesting to look down at their scoring last year, as their top 4 scorers were either centers or forwards. And that's a little bit unusual in today's game, where most of the impact's coming from your point guard or a wing player. Not the case for the Knicks, so they're looking for some backcourt help.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
The Knicks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Washington.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses.
So much to like about Courtney Lee and the consistency with which he brings his lunch pail to the job. A high-character guy, has played in some big-time games, plays with toughness, plays very disciplined. Great guy to have on the roster.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by Washington. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And since Lee entered the league, almost half of his total shots, Brent, have been from three.
Yeah, well, that's his game. He's relied upon it to help out spacing offenses, and he takes good shots. That's what I like about Courtney Lee. Almost 40% for his career from the three-point line.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Baker, he's checked in for New York. Moutier comes in for Frank Ntilikina. Babbitt kicks to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. Wall's got 16 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And now, here's Hazonia. 5 points in the game. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Vonleh. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Vonleh's got his second bucket.
Developing quality moves inside. Vonleh has the length and power to do more of that.
Here's Wall. Kicks to Babbitt. From the arc. Knicks with the rebound. Hazonia on the wing. Baker passes to Moutier. Here's Hazonia. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. He's got 7.
That's exactly what you want Moutier doing. Seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Satoransky the pass to Wall. And that one, good. Wall's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shoots a 3. That one doesn't drop. And Washington the other way now. Now Satoransky. He has 5. Here's Oubre, and he banks in the layup. Oubre's got 9.
Well, you got to like his choice right there to go hard to the rack. Took it right at the teeth of the defense.
Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. Baker, no good. Washington's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Cornette's checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Rivers, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. Now here's Moutier, covered by Oubre. Moutier with the basket.
Just so crucial that Moutier becomes a very consistent mid-range shooter for this team. Like to watch him focus on improving that shot.
Now here's Wall. 18 points for him. Count that one. Wall's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now here's Moutier. Tight defense on him. Knocks it loose. Now the pass to Vonleh. Baker kicks to Hazonia. Out to the right wing. Here's Baker. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Rebound, Washington.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Rivers bounce pass. Pass to Mahimi. He dishes it to Oubre. Rivers in the corner. Over Vonleh. It's deflected.
Well, you notice the length there from Vonleh, allowing him to get that shot block.
A different look for New York. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Ron Baker. And Trey Burke subbed in for Moutier. And a switcher also for Washington. Green, he's checked in for John Wall. Now, here's Burke. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Passes it to Hazanya. Puts up a three. It's good from long range. Hazanya's got 10.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Hardaway against Satoransky. From 15 feet away, will not go. This is off the front iron. Hardaway with a wide open look. And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, that's a rhythm shot, and when Tim Hardaway Jr. finds that kind of rhythm, he becomes a much more solid offensive option.
Rivers passes to Oubre. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Brooklyn Nets.
And looking at the Cavs matchup, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
And he knocks down the first one. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Washington. Bradley Beal comes in for Satoransky. And both free throws good for Oubre. And it's Burke with the ball for the Knicks. Pass to Hazanya. Outside Thomas. To the paint. Here's Burke. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Now here's Rivers. Outside Beal. He kicks to Oubre. There's the pass to Rivers. The Wizards with another miss.
He can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Robinson. And a switcher also for Washington. Morris is checked in. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Beal with it. Hardaway picks him up. Green against Thomas.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. He's been dominant over the last month. 3rd in rebounding, 4th in field goal percentage. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want to corral it.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Green. And both free throws good for Green. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Burke looking over the floor. Dishes it to Hardaway. Got it. Good job in the low post. Hardaway has got 5 points now this quarter.
Hardaway Jr. committed to get inside on that particular play, locked in and shrugging off the defense.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
Yeah, I don't know how many times even Dwight Howard feels the contact down there, but it happens often. He converts despite it.
Lobbed up there for Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Beal. 9 points in the game so far. Morris kicks to Howard. There's the three. Morris, no good. Knicks trail by 21. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Rivers. Now here's Burke. 5 on the clock. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Washington with the rebound. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. John Wall getting it done for the Washington Wizards. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here are the Knicks now. So the Wizards 5 right now. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. Rivers and Beal in the backcourt. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Green. And Howard with the stuff. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Beal against Hardaway. Releases. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
On the wing, Green. Guarded by Hardaway. Green kicks to Beal. Pass to Rivers. And here's Morris for 3. Ntilikina with the rebound. Knicks trail by 21. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. So we'll see Tim Hardaway Jr. go to the line here. Bradley Beal picks one up.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. came into the league as an athlete and a shooter and a good player out in transition on the run. And he really improved his game under Mike Budenholzer in Atlanta. I think he really learned how to work more efficiently, and that helped him out. He's improved his game a little bit each year, and not too long ago signed a big free agent contract to stay in New York.
Shooting one.
And thinking about Tim Hardaway Jr., it's interesting how different his game is from his dad's.
Yeah, Tim was more of a setup point guard, at least Tim Sr. with the killer crossover. And Jr. would much rather spot up or, again, play in transition and get you out in the open court. So he's not so much a facilitator as he is a scorer.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Rivers surveying the D. There's Green with the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Knicks trail by 21. Ntilikina passes to Hardaway. Fires for 3. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Green. Morris inside. He's guarded by Thomas. Green kicks to Beal. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Here's Morris. Outside for Beal. Missed it, even after all those chances.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. We need a little bit more help from him.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Now here's Rivers. There's the dish to Beal. Down low, Howard, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Burke dishes to Thomas. Feeds it to Vonleh. Outside Hardaway. Here's the floater. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Nimbility for a big man. Vonleh can be the perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Beal finds Green. Back to Beal. This one for three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 7th assist in the game.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Now here's Vonleh. He dishes it to Hardaway. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Rivers. D right on him. Count it. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Here's Hardaway. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Green. Hardaway with the steal. Goes up. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And Hardaway has a decent offensive repertoire, and right now he's getting himself into a rich lather.
Rivers kicks to Beal. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Burke. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A different look for New York. Cantor comes in for Lance Thomas, and Lee's subbed in for Ntilikina. John Wall's checked in for Washington.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Here is Wall. Pass to Green. Over Hardaway. The Wizards working the ball around now. The drive by Green. Chalk up 2 there. Green's got 20.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Burke kicks to Lee. The pass to Burke. And Cantor now top the key. Lee against Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. That one off the back iron and out. To the inside. Lee with the steal. Down low. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Clearly a foul.
One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
Burke hits them both. Washington leading now by 18. And Wall kicks to Beal. Pass to Green. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Burke, the pass to Vonleh. Back to Burke. And the Knicks miss again.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Beal finds Green. Beal against Lee. Wall wide open. Misses the 3.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Beal against Lee. Morris with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And New York making a change here. Moutier is checked in. Hardaway kicks to Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway against Green. Hardaway, no good. Washington leading now by 20. Beal with it, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have firsthand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to go.
It was fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing, Kevin. Thank you.
They won, and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Too, right? Helps the league and notoriety and everything else.
Why not? You love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
Ntilikina kicks to Cantor. To the left side wing. Trying to get something going. Ntilikina can't hit.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Thomas. Passes it to Lee. Inside. It's stolen by Wall. Outside, Green. Pass to Morris. Howard finds Morris. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 3 assists now in this one.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's Lee outside. Rebound, Washington. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Beal. Here's Morris. They kick it out to Green. And it's Wall in the corner. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but that helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
And so Wall nails both of them.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Lee outside. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Right side Wall. And he makes that one.
The Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
So it's Washington now. After New York gets the three, here's Mahimi. The kick out to Wall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Wizards, John Wall. 2 shots.
Two shots.
And that one falls for John Wall. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep. Players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
Now here's Lee. Here's Baker. It's tipped.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Washington.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jeff Green.
I really liked the ball movement all night long. He was excellent at setting the table for his guys. Table for 4.
54 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Baker. The shot from the low post is good.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Outside, Wall. He feeds it to Mahimi. Kicks it to Babbitt. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wall. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here are the Knicks now. Ntilikina passes to Hazanya. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Mahimi. And here is Satoransky. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just try to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.